Oxygen levels.
At maximum.
Set a course. The dark waters now.
Alright, y'all. I think I might have caught something again. Check it out. So at first, I thought this was just a glare, right? Because when it gets closer, it looks like that. But then watch. It literally bounces. Give it a second. Give it a second. Give it a second. Right there. Boom. And then boom. Ooh-wee. Boom. What the heck? Alright, I don't know what's happening on this live stream, but look at that. Boom. All the way up to the sky. It's even leaving a streak. And then another one. Look at that. And here's another one. Look at that. What in the world? It literally left a streak. Let me rewind that and I'm gonna zoom in for you guys. What the hell? And then look, I literally paused it right when this one is leaving. I'm gonna press play and you're gonna see it just go. What in the world?
I think a couple of those were birds, but this one in the beginning is definitely, that one's definitely is a mystery. But the rest of these, like this one, how it hit the water and then it dove in and something shot up, that is interesting. That was what we call a USO. Unidentified submerged object.
There's a really interesting place in Nevada, deep in the desert, called Devil's Hole. And no, I'm not talking about your ex-wife. This is Devil's Hole in Death Valley, Nevada, and this is a very strange aquifer with chambers that go so deep that they've only been measured up to 1,200 feet, and they don't know how far down it goes. There have been divers that have gone down and tried to survey these caves, and there's been recreational divers that have gone down in here, and some of the ones that went down into the deepest chambers, they encountered a current that sucked them in, and they went missing and were never recovered, and they haven't figured out how far down this cave actually goes. But one thing is really interesting. Even though this Devil's Hole is in Nevada, when there's earthquakes in Japan, in Mexico, and in Chile, the water in Devil's Hole splashes around, and sometimes it splashes up to 6.5 feet out of the hole. Devil's Hole is also home to one of the most rare fish on Earth, the pupfish, and nobody even knows how it got there. But they're blue and they're cute, and I think they're really cool. I think it's fascinating that there's...
Are they freshwater? That is indeed another mystery.
Did you know there are more pyramids in America than there are in Egypt? In fact, I would go as far to say there are more pyramids in America than anywhere else in the world. Most of them are just buried and covered up, hidden right beneath the surface. Like this one here, Tum Tum Mountain in Washington State. I mean, just look at these similarities between one of the now famously uncovered pyramids. It would look just like a hill to most of you blind observers today too. But the perfect angles and symmetry are undeniable. Just look at the shadow it even casts. Nature does not work in such perfect straight lines and symmetry. And when you take a look at it from above on Google Earth, it becomes even that much more obvious. You can even see the base of the pyramid here. Just one of dozens of pyramids in Washington State. But look how clear it is. From any angle you can find on Google Earth, from any street view, which unfortunately, believe it or not, is kind of hard to do for the street views because it stops abruptly right about here. And there's a big private no trespassing sign and a gate here. And that's as far as you can see on Street View. Did you know there are more pyramids in America than there are in Egypt?
What is this called? Tum Tum Mountain? Tum Tum Mountain. Wow, there it is. All right. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. You really can't hide it. They can try to hide it, but look, it is obvious. Look, I can look away and I can look back and I can find it. There it is. It doesn't look natural. For entertainment purposes only, you better not come for me. Wow. Where's the nearest view? Oh, you can go up in there. Take me to Street View. That's their research center, man. Look, they're camping right there at the research center, and then they're walking, exploring this whole thing out already. They think they sneaky. That's why there's nothing on Tum Tum Mountain. Take me to the street. Take me to the streets. Which way is the mountain? All right, let's back up. Yeah, right here. Take me to the streets. Oh, they got it blocked off. What does it say? FS54 classified. Oh my goodness. This is FS54 classified. What does that say? Can anybody tell me what this says? They got it blocked. Oh, man. I wonder if they got this at all pyramid sites in America.
This is one of the only terracotta warriors out of the 2,000 discovered so far that is almost complete. Pay attention to the details on the shoe. The grip print and notches indicate that already 2,200 years ago, comfort, grip, and stability were considered.
AI has absolutely ruined my mind because I'm looking at this the whole time. I'm thinking, is it AI generated?
Look at you, little guy.
No.
You really do look like a tiny Nessie. Those eyes are wild.
See, this is a prime example. Look at this. They got a baby Loch Ness monster.
Just cruising around like you own the tank. All right, buddy, say bye.
Detail of one of the two lioness heads from a ritual bed found in the tomb of King Tutankhamun. The head is carved from solid wood, covered with gesso, and then gilded. Inlays of bright blue glass were used for the nose and teardrops. Detail of one of the two.
I kind of thought it was Winnie the Pooh at first glance, and then I see the details. I'm like, okay, this is a Egyptian artifact of a lion.
There's the big one. That's a big boy. comes another one, but did you all see? I gotta go back and, that last clip. I gotta go back. A big boy. Sorry guys, TikTok bashed my video again, but I could not delete it. I didn't want to lose the footage. Note to self, don't record inside of TikTok. At any rate, you can see it going into the plane, but you don't see anything dropping from the plane, going above the plane, going behind the plane. Like, it just disappears. What do y'all think it is? A drone or a bird? Let me know what you think in the comments below. The next 30 seconds is just me playing with the timeline, going back and forth, seeing if I can see anything. Let me know if y'all see anything.
Yeah, it looked like a bird. If you thought you weren't going to get an excellent specimen today, think again. Ayusin. There it is. Definitely some quartz through there. What the rest is, I couldn't tell you. Oh, okay, when you look into it, it's got like some brown fireworks in there. Okay. Names, y'all. I need names for this. This is not an easy one. What would you name this? I would call it the miniature. Guys, I do not have a name for this. You guys got to tell me for this. Drop it in the comments below. We got some brown fireworks in the inside. That's probably the best I got, is some caramel fireworks. As if I had to name this one. Caramel fireworks.
Thank you for that lovely animation, Sandra. Excellent work. The mercury arc rectifier is a type of cold cathode gas-filled tube, but it is unusual that the cathode, instead of being solid, is made from a pool of liquid mercury and is therefore self-restoring. As a result, mercury arc valves were much more rugged and long-lasting and could carry much higher currents than most other types of gas discharge tube. Some of these mercury arc rectifiers are still in use today. You see, mercury has a very good use in converting alternating current to direct current. This was obviously used extensively in ancient times. If you remember, I mentioned they found amounts of mercury below a pyramid in Mexico. You can now see its purpose, converting alternating current to direct current. So the Dendera light bulb now helps me decode a larger piece of the puzzle. Ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honour to present to you the Ark of the Covenant. The Ark of the Covenant is a mercury arc rectifier. It tells you this in your holy books. You will see me between the wings of angels. This is God. God is light, the electrical energy that is involved in the creation of all things. This creator is teaching science and knowledge, and how we as human beings can work with God to benefit humanity. To work with God requires you to know the rules of these electrical processes. God will work with you, not for you. Walter Russell. Edison's problems of sending DC current longer distance came with its problems, and fires were common. Tesla's idea was to send the alternating current to your homes and have the appliances convert it to DC electric current, which is for the most part still taking place today using semiconductors. So we are basically paying for the privilege of a spiral entering our homes and bringing appliances to life. Alternating current that is free and plentiful, that will never exhaust itself and has always been here since this construct's creation. Take this most sacred of knowledge and share it far and wide, for it belongs to you all. Our ancients knew this and left for us all the clues which we have decoded. My next step, of course, would have been to see how it can be harvested in more modern times. But someone else already figured this part out by identifying the spires on most buildings are actually there to harvest from the ether. They are antennas. I'm not sure who came to this conclusion, but it is 100% correct and very good research. Do let me know who discovered this so I can credit you correctly in our next video. Very well done. Excellent research. The missing component from your antenna decode is the mercury arc rectifier, or as replaced within modern times, a semiconductor. So the old world science and technology now meets the new world science and technology, and as you can see, they're very much the same. APM research have decoded the ancient understanding of the ether, the Milky Way, and how to harness and generate electricity, including the demonstrations and science required.
That's interesting. I want to know more about that in Mexico, having a river of mercury under it. I heard of the terracotta warriors during the Emperor's Chamber had some mercury under it, but that was the first time I heard an Aztec temple having it.
A mercury pool was discovered at the Teotihuacan pyramids, a pre-Columbian archaeological site in Mexico, bringing to light new aspects of Aztec culture and their understanding of the cosmos. Located underneath the Pyramid of the Sun, the largest structure in Teotihuacan, the mercury pool measures around 6 feet deep and 15 feet in diameter, making it a significant underground feature. The pool contains liquid mercury, a rarity in the archaeological world, suggesting the pool had significant ceremonial or symbolic significance to the people of Teotihuacan. Archaeologists theorize that the mercury pool may represent an underworld water body like a lake or sea, echoing beliefs in Mesoamerican cosmology about reflective surfaces being portals to other worlds. The construction of the mercury pool would have been a complex task, requiring advanced knowledge and techniques, further highlighting the sophistication of Teotihuacan society.
All right, we know we gotta go look it up. What? Teotihuacan. Hey, we're gonna figure it out, y'all. Teotihuacan. Teotihuacan. I better put this on Google first to spell it. Teotihuacan. Is this it? Oh, we found it. Good footage. All right, guys. This supposedly is where the mercury rivers were. Maybe it was running all the way through this. Every single one of them was getting hit by some mercury rivers. Look at the hot air balloons. How cool is that? Oh, look at that in the background. You see it? That's where we need to go. This is like the baby brother where we're at. I wonder if it connected all of these. Because it looks like it matches up. Look, there's another one over in the distance. Oh yeah. They are on top of it. Look at that view. This is probably where the mercury rivers was definitely running through. If anything. Wow. That's it.
Hidden within the lush jungle of Bali, the Taman Beji Gria waterfall is not only a sacred natural site, but also home to this breathtaking dragon sculpture carved directly into the rock. Water flows from the creature's mouth, merging art, myth, and nature in a powerful display. The site is believed to be several centuries old, yet its exact age remains unknown. Hidden
in the lush jungles of Bali. You know, we got to see if we can find this place. Because I just find this place extraordinary. Oh, I think we found it. Yeah, right. Well, this is where it's located, but unfortunately there's no pictures. There's a couple. Let's see what they got. This is the street view. Wow, look at the temple. Wow, that's pretty cool. That's not what we came here for, but this is definitely extraordinary, whatever it is. Some type of, I don't even know what to call this. Symmetric pillars? What is this, guys? Let's keep going on this adventure. It's over here. Okay, let me see. Yeah, what are those? There's a better look at one. They're extremely cool. I like them, but it remains a mystery. What is this ornament on top? Are they conducting? I'm trying to conduct too. Wow, this is ancient. Look at this. Wow. What type of monster is that? It's like a dragon demon. You can see the fangs. What are y'all guarding? Is that a cloth? It is a complete mystery. What is back there? Yeah, that's it. That's a mystery. I'll tell you what. We wanted that rainfall. Mystery temple. But it looks like you gotta leave off the street to see anything. I managed to find something in the city, and look at this. I wonder why they would block that out. Is this some type of rare plant? Our quest for the hidden serpent rainforest will have to continue. Deep dive. The code word for today is deep dive. When you drop that in the comments, it lets me know you made it all the way through the video. You really rock with your boy. And I just want to say thank you for your support. This was the most mysterious TikToks on the internet today. See you later.